In the world of One Piece, there are many powerful pirates, terrifying villains, and legendary heroes. But among all of them, one pirate stands out as one of the most respected and mysterious figures on the sea. That pirate is Shanks, the captain of the red-haired pirates and one of the rulers of the New World. From the very beginning of the story, Shanks has been portrayed as something different from the typical pirate. He is calm, confident, and incredibly powerful, yet he rarely seeks unnecessary conflict. Even the most dangerous pirates think twice before challenging him. His reputation alone is enough to shake the entire world. Shanks is also one of the four emperors, the legendary pirates who dominate the New World. These emperors are considered the strongest and most influential pirates alive, capable of threatening the balance of power between pirates and the world government. But what makes Shanks truly special is not just his power, it is the role he played in shaping the journey of Monkey D. Luffy. Many years before Luffy began his adventure, Shanks visited a small village known as Fuchsia Village. There, a young boy named Luffy dreamed of becoming a pirate. Instead of laughing at him, Shanks encouraged that dream. He showed Luffy what it meant to live freely on the sea. He demonstrated courage, loyalty, and the spirit of adventure. And when Luffy accidentally ate the mysterious Gomu Gomu no Mi, Shanks protected him from danger. In fact, during one of the most emotional moments in the entire series, Shanks sacrificed his own arm to save Luffy from a sea monster. Before leaving the village, he entrusted Luffy with one of the most iconic items in the series, the legendary straw hat that once belonged to Gol D. Roger, the Pirate King himself. From that moment forward, Luffy made a promise. One day, he would become a great pirate and return the straw hat to Shanks. Because of this history, many fans see Shanks as more than just a powerful pirate. They see him as Luffy's mentor, a guiding figure, someone who represents the good side of piracy, freedom, loyalty, and honor. But what if that is not the full story? Because the deeper you look into the mysteries surrounding Shanks, the more strange questions begin to appear. Why does the world government treat him with unusual respect? How is he able to meet privately with the powerful five elders, the highest authority in the government? And why does Shanks always seem to appear exactly when major events in the world are about to change history? These details have led some fans to wonder about something shocking. What if Shanks is not just a heroic pirate watching over the world? What if the pirate everyone trusts is secretly preparing to become the final antagonist of the entire story? It sounds impossible, but in a world as unpredictable as One Piece, even the most trusted hero might be hiding the biggest secret of all. For most of the story in One Piece, Shanks has been portrayed as a calm, honorable pirate who rarely interferes in world events. But when you look closely at certain moments in the story, something begins to feel strange. Unlike most pirates, Shanks seems to have unusual influence over the world itself. The biggest example of this happened during the events around the Five Elders, the highest authority within the world government. At one point, Shanks was shown walking directly into their meeting chamber at Mary Geoise, the sacred land where the rulers of the world reside. Think about how shocking this really is. Pirates are supposed to be the enemies of the world government. Most pirates would be attacked immediately if they even approached the capital. Yet Shanks was able to walk in calmly and speak privately with the most powerful leaders in the world. Even more surprising, the five elders listened to him respectfully. They did not try to arrest him, they did not treat him like a criminal. Instead, they seemed willing to hear what he had to say. That raises a massive question. Why would the leaders of the world government treat a pirate emperor with that much respect? There are only a few possible explanations. Maybe Shanks has secret connections to powerful figures in the world. Maybe he possesses knowledge that the government fears. Or maybe there is some kind of hidden agreement between them. Another strange detail is the role Shanks plays in maintaining the balance of power among the four emperors. Whenever chaos threatens to break the world apart, Shanks somehow appears at the perfect moment. For example, during the war at Battle of Marineford, Shanks suddenly arrived and stopped the entire battle simply by demanding it, and everyone listened. Marines, pirates, even powerful admirals. It is extremely rare for someone to command that level of authority over both sides of a war. These moments create an uncomfortable possibility. What if Shanks is not just protecting the balance of the world? What if he is carefully controlling it?
Another important piece of this mystery connects directly to the Pirate King himself. Long before the current pirate era began, Shanks was a member of the legendary crew of Gol D. Roger. As a young apprentice pirate, Shanks traveled alongside the crew that discovered the final island and the legendary treasure known as the One Piece. But here is where things become interesting. For many years after Roger's execution, Shanks did not actively chase the treasure. Instead, he spent his time building influence, forming alliances, and quietly observing the world. Then something changed. In the later parts of the story, Shanks finally declared that it was time to go after the One Piece. Why wait so long? Some fans believe Shanks was waiting for a specific moment. Maybe Roger left behind instructions. Maybe the treasure could only be found when certain conditions were met. Or maybe Shanks has been guiding the pirate era from the shadows, making sure the right pieces fall into place. From my perspective, this possibility is fascinating. Imagine if Shanks has spent decades shaping the world so that the final race for the One Piece happens exactly when he wants it to. Every major event, every powerful pirate rising to fame, every balance of power shifting across the seas. What if Shanks has been watching everything, waiting patiently for the moment when he can finally step forward and claim the greatest treasure in history? If that is true, then Shanks might not simply be another competitor in the race. He might be the mastermind behind the entire era. Now imagine the emotional impact if this theory turns out to be true. Because if Shanks really does have a hidden agenda connected to the One Piece, then one person would inevitably stand in his way. That person is Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy's entire journey began because of Shanks. He admired him, he trusted him, he promised to return the legendary Straw Hat once he became a great pirate. For years, fans have imagined their reunion as a joyful moment, a proud mentor finally seeing how far his student has come. But what if the reunion is not friendly? What if the moment Luffy finally meets Shanks again, they stand on opposite sides of the final battle for the One Piece? This would create one of the most powerful emotional conflicts in the entire story. Luffy would not just be fighting another enemy, he would be fighting the pirate who inspired his dream, the man who saved his life, the man who gave him the Straw Hat that became the symbol of his entire crew. That battle would not only be about strength, it would be about dreams, loyalty, and the meaning of freedom. And if it happens, it could easily become the most unforgettable moment in the entire history of One Piece. Throughout the story of One Piece, many villains have appeared. Ruthless pirates, powerful warlords, and even the terrifying forces of the world government. But none of them would shock the world more than this possibility. What if the final villain is someone we trusted from the very beginning? Someone who inspired the hero? Someone who shaped the entire journey? That someone would be Shanks. From the moment he appeared in the story, Shanks was portrayed as a legendary pirate with honor, wisdom, and calm authority. He saved Monkey D. Luffy as a child, sacrificed his arm to protect him, and gave him the Straw Hat that became the symbol of his dream. Because of that, fans have always viewed Shanks as a hero. But when you start looking at the mysteries around him, things begin to feel less clear. Why does the Five Elders treat him with respect? Why can he walk into Mary Geoise, the center of global power, without being attacked? Why does he always appear at the exact moment when the balance of the world is about to collapse? These strange details make one idea incredibly fascinating. What if Shanks has been quietly guiding the pirate era from the shadows? What if everything, the rise of new pirates, the shifting power of the Four Emperors, and even the race toward the One Piece, has been unfolding exactly the way he planned? From my perspective, a twist like this would be one of the most powerful storytelling moments possible, because it would force fans to rethink everything they believed about Shanks. The friendly pirate who laughed with Luffy, the calm emperor who stopped the war at Battle of Marineford, the mysterious figure watching the world from the shadows. All of it could suddenly feel different. And if the final battle of the story becomes Shanks versus Luffy, it would not just be another fight for power. It would be a clash between two visions of the pirate world. One pirate who carefully controlled events to reach his goal, and another pirate who simply followed his dream of freedom. That kind of confrontation would not only be emotional, it would redefine the entire meaning of the story. Because in the end, the greatest twist in One Piece might not be about a hidden treasure
or a secret island,
It might be about discovering that the hero we trusted the most was the final obstacle all along.
I got night.